Now, sorry for that little space in this part here. I had to get it right. What it does, the space shuttle from Ezekiel chapter 1 identifies the space shuttle. Ezekiel chapter 2 identifies the prophet. Ezekiel chapter 2 identifies me as being a prophet and give me my charge that I have living in among scorpions. But I had to, the prophet said that I had to remind the man, regardless of how they go against me, which is the United States of America. And Ezekiel chapter 3, it tells me that I have to speak to the United States of America and the people of the world. And it transcends into Isaiah chapter 13 and 14. But if you go to Ezekiel chapter 11, he tells you that I was a part of this process. Not only that, it tells you what kind of nation that the United States was, where I was going to be born in Isaiah chapter 11. Tell you that it was going to be a stem come out of the rod. It's going to be a stem out of the house of Jesse, and from that it's going to be a branch. It's going to be a rod grow out. Let me read this. Yeah. I get this here right. This is telling you that I was an attachment onto Jesus Christ. There, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots, and the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The Spirit of wisdom and understanding, Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the Spirit of the Lord. It says the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him a quick understanding, and the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eye, neither reprove after the heart hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked, and our righteousness bear be the girl of his land. And be proud. You have to read this here because this is still your stem would be out of the house of Jesse. This would be David. And the rod would be Jesus Christ. But there was going to be a branch grow from Jesus Christ. This will be an attachment, which would be a black prophet, which would come from Jesus Christ, who lived by the Spirit of Moses. All of these things, this would come at the time near the return of Jesus Christ, spoken of in Revelation chapter 11. And this will come at the time where there will be no judgment in the earth, because all of these nations will become governed by the way of money. This is what will happen in these times near the return of Jesus Christ. But Jesus would come as Michael and Jehovah. He would be the one who cast judgment, but this prophet that would come from him, become a part of his prophecy and his legacy, he would have to call on Jesus, because Jesus will be as God. But whatever the prophet asks, then these things will come. It's not that complicated, but you have to go. Now, chapter 14 is the extended part of Isaiah, is extended part of chapter 13. Okay, for the Lord, listen at this here. For the Lord will have mercy on, this is chapter 14 of Isaiah, the prophet. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them up in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their places, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servant and handmaid, and they shall take them captive. Those captives they were, and they shall rule over them, their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give them rest from their sorrow, and from their fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against Babylon. It's talking about the United States of America. And say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city, the richest nation on the face of the earth. The Lord has broken thy staff, the staff of the wicked, taken your weapons of mass destruction, and cast it down, and the scepter over the ruler. He who smites the peoples in wrath with a continuous stroke, he's talking about the United States of America, he that ruled the nations in anger, you can see how George Bush and his vice president did, he always ruled with anger, is persecuted and none hinders. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yes, the fir tree rejoice at thee, and the cedar of Lebanon sing, since thou art laid down, O no fella is come up against us. In other words, as long as Mystery Babylon, the United States embassy was over there, they always had war over there. No fellow is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirs up the dead for thee, even as the chief one of the earth. It has raised up from their throne as the king of the nation. All they shall speak and say to thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomps is brought down to the earth grave, and the noise of thy boughs and worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, son of Kadam, son of the morning. How art thou cut down for the to the ground, which didst weaken thy